I hate to break it to you, but here's what you do not understand about top speed sprinting, and there are 4 things. Number 1 is how fast your top speed sprinting actually needs to be to make speed gains and get faster. So Charlie Francis, world famous speed coach, says that 95% or better of your best is fast enough to get faster. That would be considered a high intensity sprint. So here are 2 number examples. Number 1, let's say your fastest speed is 20 miles an hour. You have to hit 19 miles an hour or faster to get faster. And let's say your best flying 10-yard sprint is 1.001 second. You have to hit 1.05 or faster to get faster. Then, tying this into action, you have to be recovered enough to run fast enough to make speed progress. So inter-workout, from one workout to the next, typically 48 hours or more is enough recovery. And intra-workout, from one sprint to the next within the same workout, typically 1 minute rest for every 10-yard sprinted hard should help you recover to hit those speeds to make speed gains. Second are the unique characteristics that make top speed sprinting what it is. Or if we compare and contrast between acceleration, transition, and top speed, what makes these different? And there are 4 main things. Number 1 is the ground contact times. When you're sprinting as fast as you can, you're only on the ground for 0.1 seconds, 1/10 of a second for your ground contact. Number 2 is the upright posture. In a super nice top speed sprint, you actually look 2 inches taller than what you actually are, like you're floating, and it's super bouncy and effortless. Number 3 is the heel recovery is a cycle pattern, or a up and front down, looking like a circle or like a tall oval. And last is the stride length. A very fast fly 10 should only take you 4 strides from the beginning to the end of those 10 yards, versus in acceleration, if you can get the first 5 yards in 3.5 steps, that's pretty good. Third, building on those points, is you don't know how to appropriately challenge and pick drills and interventions to work on top speed sprinting. So in speed training, if you want to work on something, if you want to emphasize it, you have to exaggerate it. We want to make our ground contacts even faster. We want to challenge our athletes' ability to really stay upright, tall, and beat gravity. And we really want to challenge their stride length and how much ground they can cover. Versus acceleration is kind of the opposite. When you horizontally resist, you have more of a forward angle. You have a longer ground contacts, and sometimes that even decreases your stride length. But actually in top speed sprinting, for example, we do overspeed. We horizontally assist, making the ground contacts even faster, covering even more distance per stride. And other interventions include wickets for stride length. They include running with weight belts to help gravity, so you have to stay even higher off the ground, and running with a PVC pipe on your shoulders to challenge the leg's ability to really get up in front and down, cycle very fast and effectively. Last is the speed reserve and the overall benefits that top speed sprinting gives athletes regardless of what sport they play, and it is why I personally believe that all athletes regardless of sport should do top speed sprinting. The speed reserve is the gap between the highest speed you can hit and what is required of you during your sport. So top speed sprinting raises everything below it. So first, if you get faster doing top speed sprinting, well, shocker, you're also going to get faster. So your ceiling goes up from 20 miles an hour to, let's say, 21 or 22. But consequently, everything below it gets a little bit faster as well. Let's say you can get up to 80% of your speed within 20 yards. Well, that 80% also just got a little bit faster. And here's a real-life sport example. So let's say in soccer, a certain play requires you to sprint 15 miles an hour. Well, how hard is that play if you can only sprint 15 miles an hour? Super hard. That's 100% effort. That's all your energy, all your focus. But how much easier is that same play that requires 15 miles an hour of speed if your new ceiling is 17 miles an hour or even 18? It's less percent, it's less effort, it's more efficient. You can focus more on actually doing the soccer things as opposed to just sprinting. Last 3 bonus benefits. Number 1 is it improves your nervous system. The nervous system is the universal thing that connects all explosive athletic movements regardless of the movement. So, because sprinting is so fast, it challenges your nervous system and consequently improves it, making all other explosive movements consequently better. Second is it improves ankle stiffness. Because sprinting happens so fast, the ground contacts are so fast, you can't replicate those forces anywhere else. So overall, your ankles get bouncier and more stiff. And last, same thing like the ankles, your hamstrings also get stronger because top speed sprinting is the most force you can put on the hamstrings in athletic movements. Consequently, they're going to get stronger and more resistant to injury.